Hello and welcome to this podcast about METARs. I'm Luisa Winters. So we're going to start discussing some of the things that you need to know as a drone or UAV pilot. And one of them is indeed a METAR. METAR stands for Meteorological Terminal Aviation Routine Weather Report, or Meteorological Aerodrome Report. So this has to do with the weather, obviously, and it has to do with how some airports and some aviation weather reports current conditions at the surface of an airport. In here, we see a METAR as it's presented to you when you take the test in one of the figures in the book of figures and charts that you're going to be getting for the test. So what does all of that mean? Well, let's take one section at a time. The first word is saying METAR, and that is your indication that this is, well, a METAR. So what a surprise. The second word is KINK, or Kilo India November Kilo. That is actually the letters that represent the name of the airport. This one is Winkler County Airport. So now you have, of this whole METAR, you have two things decoded. The first one, that it is a METAR, and the second one, that is at KINK. Then you have some numbers, 121845Z. This is the date and the time of the METAR. The first two numbers mean that this METAR was generated on the 12th day of the month. And then 1845, so this is military time. 1845 is 6:45 Zulu. So Zulu time is GMT time or international time, right? So we don't go by Eastern time or Pacific time or Mountain time or anything like that. In aviation, we use Zulu time. These numbers mean that this METAR was generated on the 12th day of the month at 1845 Zulu. So now we have the top line, it's decoded. Now, if you remember the order in which these METARs are presented to you, you're going to have a very, very good chance of decoding the METAR when you take the test. So this particular METAR on the second line is saying 11012G, then 18 KT. So on the second line, this says that the wind is coming from the direction of 110 degrees. So 110 degrees is coming from the southeast. If due south is 180 degrees, this is a little bit east. So it's coming from the southeast, and it's going at a velocity of 12 knots. So that's what the 11012 means. It means it's coming from 110 degrees, so from the southeast, and it's going at 12 knots. Now the G means that it's gusting at 18 knots. So from 110 at 12 knots, gusting at 18 knots. The next one is the visibility, and it says 15 SM. SM stands for statute miles. Anything in weather, in aviation, is going to be measured in statute miles. So not in nautical miles, not in mile miles, but in statute miles. So the visibility is 15 statute miles. Sky clear, that's what the SKC means. Sky clear. Then it has two numbers, 25/17. What that means is that the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius and the dew point is 17 degrees Celsius. Finally, we have the altimeter. The altimeter is 30 inches of mercury. So as you can see, this METAR, it was really, really easy to decode. All right, in some of the next podcasts, I'm going to be decoding other METARs. But this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.